This is Brian, and welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Final Fantasy IX. And yes, Fuja decided to use a flare here to start out, because I left it off on a cliffhanger in the middle of a fight here. First, let's try to get Vivi and Dagger back up quickly. Gonna sacrifice some of Steiner's trance here. Is that gonna hit everybody? I think it just hits one. Okay, so we should be fine. And Steiner can go ahead and attack. See how much Lance Kuja has left in the tank. I'll try to steal. Yep. See what else I can get, maybe. Man, just to be safer, I think let's go ahead and keep having her try to Firaga all of us. Oh yeah, that was probably what kind of did me in last time. I suppose I wasn't paying enough attention. He has Reflect on. Well, that's simple enough to avoid. I just won't have Vivi attack him with magic. I could use Doomsday, I suppose. That would hit everybody. I think we'll pass on that. I'm gonna die anyway. I won't have to be afraid anymore. But I'm not gonna die alone. You're all coming with me. Oh yeah. Ultima. Can we survive it? Or is it a scripted thing where it doesn't matter? It didn't even show us the damage, so I would say that tends to lead to the fact that it's probably scripted, right? Hear the wailing in the background? Like, what did we stumble upon hell here? What happened to the crystal? Where is this? You stand before the final dimension, and I am the darkness of eternity. Who are you? All life bears death from birth. Life fears death, but lives only to die. It starts with anxiety. Anxiety becomes fear. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Sounds like we're going to the dark side here. The only cure for this fear is total destruction. Fuja was a victim of his own fear. He concluded he could only save himself by destroying the origin of all things, the crystal. What the heck are you talking about? Why are you telling me all this? Now, that theory is undeniable. Fuja's action proves it. All things live to perish. At last, life has uncovered this truth. Now it is time to end this world. What do you mean by that? I exist for one purpose. To return everything back to the Zero world, where there is no life and no crystal to give life. In a world of nothing, fear does not exist. This is the world that all life desires. Who the hell do you think you are? You're not ending anything. Never. Not as long as we have the will to live. Foolish creature. Your fears have already deluded you. One day, you will choose destruction over existence, as Kuja did. When he sought to destroy the crystal, the purpose of life ended. Now come, enter the Zero world that you desire. No. We'll destroy you and prove you wrong. And through our memories, future generations will see that we can overcome any fear. We can't give up now. We have to fight together. Even if we lose, it doesn't matter. Our memories will live on inside others. No, so even if we are born to die, I'm not afraid. I'm gonna live. Well, we are at 1 HP for everybody. You can change your party here yet if you want to. Come back after you kill bad guy. I prepare big meal for everyone. Yeah, so basically the party members that you didn't pick to keep in your party are gonna give strength to the others to revive them back up to health. Don't screw up. I leave everything in your hands. Means Aiko's gonna bring Zidane back? Promise me you'll win. I guess that's one slight difference you could get there is a different dialogue for the different characters. And now it lets me menu anyway, so I could have just used elixirs, right? But we don't have to. I guess this is one last chance for you to also change your equipment and your abilities if you want to. And we're on the Hill of Despair, I guess. It kind of sounds like it from the wailing in the background. We've come too far to lose now. Let's just wrap this up and go home. All of us. Alright. So, what the heck is this that we're fighting now, huh? And who are we talking to? It is this weird-looking guy. I believe his name is Necron. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and I'll see if I can steal from him. I don't know if you can, I don't remember. I don't think any of this really matters too much. I'll just queue up a Kuraga and see if... Okay, he does still have steals. I think it's just elixirs though, now that I think about it. Because otherwise... And spoilers, but this is the final boss. So otherwise, why would he have steals? And that kind of lets you know why you at least did have a chance to get some steals from Kuja as well. Because, yeah, he wasn't really the final boss. As much as the game had set him up to kind of be that, and didn't really give you any hint of this guy at all. That's one criticism I've heard of this game, is that, and I don't disagree with it completely, the fact that they do just kind of throw you in here with this guy as the final boss at the end, where he just kind of comes out of nowhere. Not that it's unheard of for them to switch bosses at the end, because there was like the case with Final Fantasy IV where you were fighting against Golbez for a majority of the game, but then you find out that he's not really the one behind it all. At least that, though, they do it before the very end. So you still have some time to figure things out. Okay. Might be in a little bit of trouble here again with a couple of my characters because Dagger's heal isn't going off as quickly. I'm just going to hold off on BB's turn here and see what happens. I'm imagining BB and Dagger are probably going to get wiped out. And hopefully nobody else other than them too. Okay, no. Okay, there goes our Curaga. And BB will have an elixir coming in to get him back up to completely full health if he's not already. Also, I noticed Zidane has trouble. BB has darkness, but I'm not too worried about him being blind. There was a critical. I think I'll hold off on just having BB not attack also, and I'll just keep him in reserve for healing or reviving if we need to. Because it doesn't seem like he's going to probably contribute as much here, since the guy used Shell on himself anyway. They're pretty good without. And he can heal himself. How much is that gonna do? That's not that bad. Let's maybe do focus. I'll build up BB's magic. So I can at least have him doing something here. And then after I get him with a few focuses, then we can still try to use flare or something. Blue Shockwave. Okay, and he's going to protect himself too. Hopefully Dagger's Curaga goes off before he gets another turn and takes BB out. Why defy your fate? Does that mean we won? I don't remember exactly. If there's another form, or if that's it. I think that's it. Is the will to live that powerful? Okay, yeah. I don't know. I think Kuja was kind of harder than he was. Maybe I just had a setup that was better suited to fighting this guy. I'm pretty sure he's toast here. This is not the end. I am eternal. As long as there is life and death. Always going to be life and death as long as there's existence, right? I guess you could debate on people wondering whether or not there's life other than on Earth. But this is a fantasy world, and we can see there are already 2 planets that have life in this world. So I would imagine that means there could be more. And the Ipa tree, Kuja had talked about it doing a cataclysmic type of move after the events there, and it's starting to do it looks like. Are you all right? Yeah, but look what's happening. So what Kuja said was true. The Aoife tree is beginning its violent reaction. What's going to happen? I don't know, but it doesn't look good. I doubt anyone could have survived that explosion. No. Captain! They are still alive. What? Where are they? Over there. The Hildegard is probably closer. You, the tall one. Sir, Pagan, Pluto Knight 8, ma'am. I didn't ask for your name. Contact the Hildegard right away. Yes, sir, ma'am, sir. He thinks, and then he thinks to himself, what a bitch. Please be alive. Sire, we're receiving a transmission from the Red Rose. Punch it up on the main line. This is the Red Rose. You're not General Beatrix. Who are you? My name is Mikoto. Everyone is alive. They are very close. You are very close to them. What? How do you know? I can hear him. Who? Prepare to land immediately. That's the Hildegard 3. Looks like Sid came to rescue us. Sid! Thank heavens you're all safe. Come quickly, we don't have much time. Farewell, Zidane. Ah, damn it. What's wrong? Why don't you go on ahead? I'll catch up with you all later. I have to take care of something. What? He's still alive. He can't be. Zidane, what are you doing? Steiner, take care of Dagger. What? What do you mean by that? Kuja's still alive. I can't just leave him. This is ludicrous. Just because you two are from the same planet doesn't mean... No, that's not the reason. Come on, Zidane. Why are you doing this? Because I might have done the same thing if I were in his shoes. I probably would have fought against you guys and wreaked havoc in Gaia like he did. I know it sounds crazy, but I know deep down inside I have to do this. You're not crazy, Zidane. But you go help Kuja, not good idea. It's too dangerous. I can't just leave him. There's no way I could live with myself. I'm going. You're making a big mistake. Maybe. But we all have to make big decisions in life sometimes. For me, now's that time. I have to face up to it, just like Vivi did when he confronted his fears to find out about himself. That was a big decision for Vivi. I don't know about that. I don't think it was really a big deal. That's what you think. But I might not be doing this if it weren't for you. You've definitely taught me to take life more seriously. Well, you're obviously not going to change your mind, so I'm coming with you. The principle of knighthood requires that one assist his comrade in times of need. I shall accompany you as well. Whoa, wait a minute. Like I said, it's my moment, so don't butt in. You guys have your own someday. Besides, you guys have more important things to worry about, like Bermesia and Alexandria. For once in your life, why can't you be honest? Sorry, but I can't. I can't just walk away. It goes against my nature. You're a real simpleton. Forget it, guys. There's no stopping this fool. What are you still doing out here? Get on board right now. Come on, let's just leave him and get out of here. That guy will never change. All right, you heard the man. Get out of here before it's too late. Zidane, I love you. You better come back. Zidane, I need to eat more different food. I'm still hungry. You need come back, take me more places, show me more food. I still can't believe you're doing this. You've changed, Zidane. Till we meet again. Zidane, you've taught me another big lesson in life. Thanks. Zidane? Princess, we must go. Dagger, Your Highness. The abduction is over. I can't take you any further. I'm sorry for being so selfish. No, you're not being selfish. You've done so much for us. If it weren't for you, I probably would have led a meaningless life. With you, I was able to see so much of the world and meet so many people. We faced many hardships too, but I think I finally know what's important. I'm so fortunate to have met you. I'll never forget our trip together. Thank you, Zidane. Promise me one thing. Please come back. Didn't she have anything else to say to him? All right. As the rest of the party flies away, now we begin the solo part of the game as Zidane here. Okay. Kuja, can you hear me? I'm coming to get you. You still have time. Forget about me and go. Just shut up and stay where you are. I don't understand you. Okay, here goes nothing. Yeah, just kidding about the Zidane solo part. It's just a scene here. You don't control anything. Cocky Zidane riding the vine. Like how it pauses to show you Kuja there. But Zidane just falls down. Fell from quite a height. Did he make it? Of course he made it. Still alive. I guess that was pretty crazy. A little bit.
Hey, are you alright? Zidane? What are you doing here? I thought I told you to go. Wouldn't you do the same for me if you knew I was dying? Never mind. Your comrades were able to escape? Yeah, I knew you had something to do with it. I'm glad they made it. Yeah, well, it's our turn to get moving. I don't deserve to live after all that I've done. I'm useless to this world. No one's useless. You helped us escape, remember? After you guys beat me, I had nothing left. Nothing more to lose. Then, I finally realized what it means to live. I guess I was too late. Hey, don't you go dying on me, all right? So, kind of a minor redemption arc for Kuja there in his final moments. I think he was just motivated out of narcissism and fear of death for most of the stuff he was doing here towards the end. Of course, earlier in the game, he was just following Garland's orders, kinda. Kuja, what you did was wrong. But you gave us all one thing. Hope. We were all created for the wrong reasons, but you alone defied our fate. And by we all, I think he means the genomes. We do not want to forget this. We want your memory to live on forever. To remind us that we were not created for the wrong reason. But you just said that we were. That our life has meaning. Sometime later. So this is Alexandria. Pick up the pace, will ya? I don't believe it. Vivi? Vivi? How do you know that name? What are you talking about? It's me, Puck. How could you forget me? Puck? You know Puck? The Prince of Bermesia? Oh, come on. What's wrong with you? If you're not Vivi, then who are you? I'm Vivi's son. Oh god. Got a bunch of Vivis. Yo! Look at all the Vivis! Which raises some questions. I always talked about you, Zidane. How you were a very special person to us. Guess you taught us all how important life is. Rhea, you're leaving soon, are you not? Yes, I can hardly wait to see everyone. Alexandria, I went there many years ago. How long will it take to rebuild Bermesia? I don't care, as long as I am with you. I love you, Freya. Yet he still doesn't remember our past. I guess I just want to cherish our time right now. They were able to fall in love again. Kind of a sweet story. You taught me that life doesn't last forever. That's why we have to help each other. And live life to the fullest. It's time to say goodbye to this room. Save the Queen, you have served me well. My duty is finished here. Farewell, Alexandria. So I guess she's quitting? Even if you say goodbye, you'll always be in our hearts. So, I know we're not alone anymore. Hey. Why are you going to Alexandria? You're not going? I never said that. Hey, wait. Why I was born, how I wanted to live. Thanks for giving me time to think. Good food, not only delicious. Good food made with heart. So Queen is helping cook in Alexandria kitchen now. This is very important when cooking for friends. To keep doing what you set your heart on. It's a very hard thing to do. We were all so courageous. Hurry, hurry! We gotta get there before the play begins. There is no need to worry. To hurry. The theater ship is no match for my new ship. My new Hildegard is the fastest ship ever. Do I have to remind you? You said the same thing about the theater ship. Ahem. That's what you said, Father. Aiko, what did you just call me? Darling, she called you Father. Father, Mother, hurry. Say it again, Aiko. Yeah, so they adopted her. What to do when I felt lonely? That was the only thing you couldn't teach me. But we need to figure out the answer for ourselves. Beatrix, where are you going? Please don't ask. My mind is already set. Wait, listen to me. Thump, thump, thump. I never wish to lose you again. Steiner? Let us protect the Queen together. I'm so happy I met everyone. I wish we could have gone on more adventures. But I guess we all have to say goodbye someday. Looked like Steiner's proposal worked there. Beatrix seemed to run towards him. All right, you scumbags, we're almost there. Been a long time since we saw Alexandria. Let's give them a show they won't forget. Yee-haw. Break a leg, people. Everyone. Thank you. Farewell. My memories will be part of the sky. So yes, Beatrix did stay. The theater ship will arrive any minute. It's been so long. Can't wait to see everyone. But it'll never be the same. I have to let go of the past. I have to move on, just like he taught me.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's performance is a story that takes place long, long ago. Our heroine, Princess Cornelia, is torn from her lover Marcus. She attempts to flee the castle only to be captured by her father, King Leo. Tonight's story begins with Marcus and Cornelia decide to run away together. And now, Your Royal Majesty, Queen Garnet, Lord Steiner, Lady Beatrix, noble ladies and lords, and our rooftop viewers, Tantalus proudly presents I Want to Be Your Canary. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up reading all of this again, because it does go automatically.
Marcus! Sweet Marcus, I fear I love thee more than I should. Princess, wilt thou be happy, married to a lowly peasant? Prithee, call me princess no more. Marcus, wilt thou truly cherish me, the king's only daughter? Or is such a desire too dear to wish for? After our nuptials, shall I become no more than a puppet? A mindless puppet, never to laugh, never to cry? I wish to live my life under the sky. At times I shall laugh, at other times cry. For no life is more insincere than one lived in something. So much consideration thou hast given me, but worry not. Cast away thy trappings of royalty, and I shall swaddle thee in a gown of pure love. Never again will I part from thee. Pray, my love, make me thy canary, to keep forever. Let us embark on this first ship tomorrow, before dawn. All thy fortunes are at thy foot, lady. No cloud, no squall shall hinder us. Oh, love is the sweetest joy and the wildest woe. All I wish to be is to be by thy side, my sweet Marcus's side. Yeah, I know I didn't get quite all of it there, but... Bye. I shall be ne'er will I let their plan come to fruition. Good day to ye, Highness. Good day. Wist thee of Marcus? Marcus, what news dost thou bring? This. He's kidnapping her. Where is she? Where is mine only daughter gone? Blank, good man. Hast thou Cornelia? Worry not, Majesty. I shall make sure Cornelia marries Prince Schneider. At ease, sayest thou. How can I rest? Could it be? Hast thou betrayed me? By thy troth, sir, I betrayed. Thou had the gall. Wouldst thou not betray me as swiftly? Stay thy hand, I merely... Alright, well, the king didn't trust him. I merely sought a lasting peace between the two kingdoms. The traitor is dead! Oh, cruel fate. You two, quickly find Cornelia and bring her before me. Yes, your majesty. Wretched daughter, how dare she disobey her father's wishes? The time for our departure is long past. Where is Cornelia? Marcus, the ship soon embarks. Board ye this boat alone, and peace could come to both kingdoms, as Blank said. Speak, Marcus. He told me that she could not live without me. So the sun is our enemy too. The eastern sky grows bright. Will we not spread our wings as yonder birds in joyous flight? Hark, Marcus. They cannot wait any longer. The ship departs. Would she have betrayed me? Nay, neither would my love speak false. I must have faith. She shall appear if I only believe. As the sun lends me no ear, I pray instead. I beseech thee, wondrous moonlight, grant me my only wish. Bring my beloved dagger to me. Plot twist, didn't see that coming, huh? Because, yeah, it seems some time has passed and they thought Zidane was dead, I guess. So I guess he's going to be the new king? How did you survive? I didn't have a choice. I had to live. I wanted to come home to you. So I sang your song. Our song.
Alone for a while, I've been searching through the dark for traces of the love you left inside my lonely heart. To weave by picking up the pieces that remain, melodies of life, love's lost refrain. Our paths they did cross, though I cannot say just why. We met, we left, we held on fast, and then we said goodbye. And who'll hear the echoes of stories never told? Let them ring out loud till they unfold.
Figured since they had an ending song here, I'd just let that play. Now we go into the Final Fantasy theme music, so I'll start talking through this. Great music too, but it's nothing completely unique. So yeah, this is one of my favorite endings of Final Fantasy games. And I mean, it's one of my favorite games too, but really, they kind of hit the fairy tale happily ever after ending for the most part. With one big exception, I suppose, which you probably are aware of. If not, the reason I tried to read the comments in between the scenes at the end there, the dialogue, I read that in Vivi's voice because that was Vivi's final thoughts, basically, from what I understand. So yes, we did see Vivi's children there, and that creates some questions too. And how did he make the children out of the mist that was left over? Because that's how he was made. Or did he, like, reproduce with another black mage or something? I don't know. And what kind of lifespans could he give them? Were they going to be as short-lived as he was? Because yeah, that's the whole thing. It's meant to indicate that he didn't survive. He was already gone by the time Zidane reunited with Dagger there at the end. So that's kind of a sad part to it, but it was still kind of fitting with the whole theme here. It was all about life and death. And I think they did that pretty well. Compared to some other endings too, other than just the happy, good feeling fairy tale end, they live happily ever after, it seems like. They kind of gave each character a little bit of closure, more so than other games in the series had done up to this point, at least. Where, by that I mean, you kind of know what they're going to do going forward with their lives, more so than some other games. They just kind of, you beat the final boss and credits and show a few scenes, maybe. But here they kind of gave them all a little bit. And then even throughout the final song there, they're showing you different scenes from throughout the game, so that was kind of nice while you play the credits. Now, let's just get into a short review here. I know this was longer than a lot of my episodes go normally, but yeah, with some of these games, when you get a longer ending or something, I don't really feel like I'd want to cut it up in the middle of credits or something, so we'll just get a longer episode for the day. I don't think anybody would mind too much. If you don't want to watch it all in one sitting, you could just come back to it later anyway, right? Alright, I just give short reviews at the end of all my games. I just talk about some things that I liked, or that I thought that they did really well, and then some things that I either just didn't like or thought they could have done better. Some of it's just personal preference, a lot of it is, I suppose, but other things are just other things that I've heard other people say and their perspectives on it. So we'll start with the positives. I liked how they made this kind of a tribute to games in the series before this point, and it was kind of like a coming back to the roots of what Final Fantasy started out as, more than the fantasy type of game, as in about 7 and 8 and even 6 were kind of more of the steampunk type of version of Final Fantasy. They were a little darker, so this one brought it back to a more cartoonish kind of style and just a lighter theme overall. I mean, yeah, it was a lot of dark stuff, a lot of heavy themes to deal with in the game, but I'm just talking about like aesthetically. And I appreciated how they had a lot of Easter eggs and callbacks to the other Final Fantasy games, so liked the idea there. And I know a lot of Final Fantasy games kind of all build upon each other, and you have the same kind of enemies and chocobos and Moogles and all that stuff, but I mean, in this one, you really had callbacks to the older games, like the game that Ramuh makes you play to get him as a summon. You have to go through the story from Final Fantasy II, and they just have Easter eggs like in the auction house, items that you pick up from Final Fantasy III, stuff like that. The next thing that I want to talk about that I liked was the ability system. I like the way that you equip different stuff and learn abilities from them to get them permanently, and it kind of gives you a variety and in a way to kind of experiment with different things by just equipping different abilities. So you can kind of build your characters how you want and tailor them to specific situations a little more easily. And kind of along with that, it goes with the different abilities that even just equipping different items had, different armor and helmets and whatnot, or like absorbing different elements and whatnot. The next thing kind of goes with what I already talked about with the ending and stuff, but I thought they had a really good set of characters in this for the most part, and the story really did a pretty good job at drawing out all of them and giving them all their little moments. Yeah, a couple of the characters aren't the best, like Aiko and Amarant I don't really care for as much, but they're still not bad. I wouldn't call them like the worst characters in an RPG game or something. And yeah, the best characters really stand out, like Vivi and Zidane and Steiner, even Garnet, because they have progression and they grow throughout the game. So I like the way they did that. Next thing I'm going to talk about that I liked, and then also kind of pivot into some of the things that I didn't like. Side quests. I really liked Chocobo Hot and Cold, because it's the kind of thing where you get a lot of really good stuff out of it. And it's the kind of thing that you can just kind of spend hours doing mindless, repetitive stuff, somewhat, but, and I kind of like that kind of thing. Like the digging in Chocobo Hot and Cold, the digging in the forest or the lagoon to actually get the chocographs. Yeah, I mean, that was just a simple little thing, but I think they did it pretty well. And then actually finding the treasures actually makes you do a little bit more puzzle solving type of stuff, or just figuring out the riddles and trying to locate the pictures, and then like the dives and the cracks and all that. And the Bognet quest was fine. And other stuff like the friendly monsters to help you weaken Ozma, that was fine too. I like that. Plus it helped you get experience, or AP at least. And the Ragtime Mouse side quest, that was kind of fun to have a little bit of trivia thrown in. It kind of rewards you for being thorough and talking to everybody or interacting with items. And if you don't want to do that, if at this day and age you just look up a guide to give you the answers, of course you can do that too. After you play through the game enough times, though, you kind of start to remember what the answers were for most of the questions, even if you didn't interact with this stuff. Because it's not like he has an unlimited pool of questions. There are only so many. Of course, there were a couple of side quests that I wasn't that fond of. And that's where I'm going to start talking about some of the things I didn't like as much. Just a couple of them, though. The jump rope, I don't like it just because it's something that is way too much. I think if they would have limited it to being like you had to get 1,000 maybe for the top prize, that would have been one thing, but they make it 10,000. Like, who the hell is going to sit there and do that? I've never gotten much past like 100. And that was after several attempts of even trying to get that good to get to that point. It's just not my kind of thing. But for maybe some people it is, so I don't know. I'd like to hear if somebody really thinks that's a great quest and they love doing it. The next one is the racing game. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not that great at button mashing to the point that I could get it all the way up. I could get to like level 70 or 80, I think. I've done that before. But you got to get up to 100, I think, to get the top stuff. So it's another one I never complete all the way. Maybe if I try the turbo controller, I might be able to do it or something like that. I guess this kind of goes with side quests too. The card game. I didn't mind it too much. Obviously, I got the whole deck, so I couldn't have hated it that much if I was willing to do that. But I wish it served more of a purpose. Like in Final Fantasy VIII, you get a lot of rewards for getting cards. This one, other than getting your collector level up, I don't really see the benefit of it. You have to do it to get through that one section of the game early on where you're at Trino and have to go through the tournament. but that doesn't require you to play that much. Also, I don't really like the mechanics of the game as much as 8's, just because it's so much more random, it feels like. When you have a card battle, it's hard to tell which one's going to win sometimes, and I'd like to just be able to strategize and have a little bit more certainty in how things are going to go. Like, it's fine if you don't know what card your opponent's going to play, but if you have a card and you see their card and you still don't know how the battle's going to go for sure, I don't really like that aspect. Oh, what else did we have? They could have added more optional bosses, I think. Some better ones, maybe. Ozma, I understand it's a matter of just getting through it, but I don't like the fact that you just got to rely on luck sometimes with it and RNG. I wish it was something that you could just set up a strategy for it and be more certain with it, kind of like Final Fantasy VII's super bosses were. But yeah, at least they had one, I guess. Last thing I wanted to mention, well, no, actually I got a couple more. Rare steals. Some of those bosses that had so many steals from them, and if you wanted to try to get all of the steals, and especially the more rare ones, yeah, I wish they would have made that a little more common. But then again, I was able to get at least one of every item anyway, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. Also, I talked about it a little bit as we went through, but the final boss, the way they throw Necron in there at the end, and I know that's a criticism I've heard other people say, and I agree with it, that it was kind of out of left field, and I don't really like that. I don't hate it. It doesn't really make me, dislike the game or anything, but it's kind of like, where the hell did this guy come from? And there was no indication that that was even a thing. But I guess, to each his own on that, if you like it or not. Alright, overall, if I had to give this like a rating, 1 to 10, I rank it up there as one of my favorite Final Fantasies, but I don't probably think it's very top for me. Between 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are probably all in the runnings for that. 8 would be at the bottom of that. 7, 9, and 10, though, are all pretty good. I have a hard time differentiating between which one I would like more. It just depends on the day. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, it would have to be somewhere around an 8.5 to 9, I suppose. Pretty good. Maybe even 9.5, because, yeah, there aren't that many games I'd like more than this. So, anyway, that's it for Final Fantasy IX. What are we going to do next? I'm going to keep going through Final Fantasy games on this time slot. I'd thought about, and I'm going to do it at some point, but I thought about doing Tactics just to finish out the PS1 games. But I've been kind of getting an itch to just move on to 10, because I want to get back to 10 again. So I'm going to just go ahead and we're going to start Final Fantasy X tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the playthrough, and I hope you come back for 10. If you did, it would really help me out, and I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button and leave a comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe or follow. And, well, we'll catch you tomorrow with Final Fantasy X.